The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Phenomenal Women, featuring in-depth interviews with today's most inspiring women. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Phenomenal Women.
Here we are again for another episode of Black Hollywood Live, Phenomenal Women. And I'm excited. I'm here today solo. Ashita couldn't make it, but she left me with capable people here today. I will say to you, bravo. Newlyweds first year, probably the hottest black couple right now on television. That's right, I said it. They're here with me tonight. I have Toi Rouvaun Walker and her husband, Rouvaun Walker. Hello, how are you two doing? You know, I really, wanted to say, you guys come across as so loving. I figured, we would show you two and you'd be kissing in some kind of an embrace, and I would have to pull you apart to even start the interview. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you because what we saw, we had an email and it said, "Ain't Black Love Grand?" And I was like, oh my gosh, who is this? I have to figure out who this is. So you are an example of wonderful black love. Don't get me wrong, I'm a proponent of all love, of all races, creeds, and colors, but I will go on the record and say there's something about two black people in love that just makes my heart aflutter. So thank you for being that example for us.
Thank you. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to take it all the way back to the beginning. So we know that you two rekindled your friendship and now it's turned into romance and a marriage on Facebook.
Right.
But take me all the way back to that initial date that you knew you had the connection, but then you had to walk away. Tell me what happened.
Well, me first?
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
Give your version of it.
My version.
Right.
So in 1996, back when only cool people had computers, not everybody, right? The library, one friend, we met on AOL Black Voices.
Oh.
And that wasn't a dating site.
No, right.
That was just a chat room because that's really all there were back then.
Mm-hmm.
But, you put us all together, we're chatting, something's bound to happen. So Rouvaun and I chatted for a while, and he said he was going to come from Northern California to Southern California and take me on a date.
Smooth. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he did, and it was the best date ever. I mean, I didn't want the date to end. What can we do next? Let's go to a movie. Let's eat. It was just great. And then, I guess the next day reality kind of set in. I'm like, he lives far away.
Oh.
I'm already divorced. I have 2 sons. He doesn't have any kids. This will never work. And then I just didn't call him anymore. And I guess at the same time, he was thinking.
Well, I was thinking, for me, I think I was 28 years old at the time.
Okay.
Right? And I had quit a job to move to another job. Mm-hmm. And there was a lawsuit because too many people were going to the other job.
Okay.
Right. And my name was on that list in terms of people not being able to move over. So I was out of work. And I think just the year before I borrowed just a little money from my parents. And, I'm like, I had made a lot of money, but I had spent a lot of money, just young and dumb at the time. So I wasn't ready to be,
Instant dad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wanted to be that established man, head of household, bring in the money,
right.
Have your family, the traditional. The grandparents were perfect examples for us. So that was going through my mind, but it was the best date I ever had of my whole life. I mean, we went to the movies after dinner, and we kissed like Happy Days, like necking.
See, I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it. I know what this couple's capable of. I watch that show every week. I knew it.
Yeah,
I don't know what we saw. Ravon says he thinks it was
Twister.
He says he thinks it was Twister. I do remember a red truck, but I don't know if that's
June
what
1996.
I can't verify
Twister.
that. I can't verify
I saw the credits go up, and then we saw the guy.
We saw the truck spin.
The truck spin in the middle of the barn, and then we saw the credits go down, and that was pretty much it. That's how electric it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
And that electricity lasted 15 years until you ran into each other again?
You know, he got married and everything, and he went on with his life, and I went on with my life, but I kind of, you know, in the back of my mind, I always called him the one that got away. I mean, I just thought, you know, he got away.
Right.
That's pretty much how that went. And he never reached out to me, never called me, never looked me up. He was a good married husband, which is another reason why I trust him, because he never reached out to me that entire time. I never spoke to him, not once. But years and years and years later, I guess he was flipping channels and saw me on Unsung, and this is after, you know, I had said, hey, Flash from the Past on Facebook, and then I guess he's like, you know what?
Exactly.
And that's pretty much how we got back together. He saw me on TV, reached out, and he asked me if I was free for lunch. I said, no, I'm free for dinner, because I found out.
That's how you do it.
Patty
Stanger says lunch is kind of from an audition, dinner is for real.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
And you know what? If a woman only has time for coffee and lunch, she don't like you. She don't like you.
I feel a book in my spirit coming from this. I just want to say
We can
that.
school
like you.
a few people.
I feel a book coming. That's a good one.
Right.
That's a good one. That's a good one. If she's
let's
not,
just have coffee. She don't like you.
she don't like you.
You know it's
Yeah.
true, Tara.
Well, okay. I don't want to reveal all my secrets, but I understand what you're saying. And when you guys met up again for that dinner, was the same chemistry and electricity there?
It was like a pause button, right?
Right. It was like a time warp. 15 years later,
5 minutes.
date,
Yeah.
like nothing happened, although a lot happened in our
Right.
lives in
A lot
15 years.
happened. But it felt like
for
nothing.
us, it just like meshed together, and we were blessed to come back together, and it was just like, okay, bad timing, let's
Good
move,
timing.
good timing, perfect timing, right? So then we went out to dinner. I held her hand before we got out the car. We got a kiss, like it was just like 15 years ago.
Yep.
It was just kind of just.
And you guys knew.
Yeah.
You knew then.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were inseparable from.
After that.
And how
Yeah.
long did you date before you got married?
Before I moved out there, a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Just wanted to fill it out, just to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way, no, he's not going to just keep coming to see me from Northern California to Southern California. He's not going to do it.
Why did you doubt him?
Because, I mean, I just didn't believe he would
Okay.
do it. I mean, you got to look at what happened in 1996. It was like, I made my decision, he made his decision, but we never talked about it. It wasn't like, no, let's just agree not to. We just didn't.
Right.
Right.
So I just kind of thought, well, you're not going to just keep coming to see me.
Well, and this time around, I was like, no, I'm the real deal. So.
Right. He
you know,
showed off.
I'm
Yeah, you were like, I'm about to prove this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to come with
Like
it.
he,
Right.
he was
See,
like courtship master,
Right.
like romantic, super. I mean, he was amazing. He was like boyfriend of the year. Now he's husband of the year. But
I have to compliment you, because as I watch the show, I'm always like, what? He did great Valentine's.
Yeah.
Great Valentine's,
Yeah.
great honeymoon trip. It was, so I have to you really put both of you put the effort and the work into the relationship,
We
and it
do.
really shows.
It is, but it was effortless because the chemistry, or whatever you want to call it, it was so strong. I think the first 90 days we were pretty much high off of love. I mean, seriously.
That's a great high to have,
Yeah.
though.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
We
what
didn't even
everybody's
really
trying to
have
do
to-
artificially.
Right.
We had it together, and it was, we had to look at each other and say, like, when are we going to come down?
well,
off
can
of
this last?
Right.
Like, can
You
this
know?
really be a permanent situation?
Yeah.
Because it's almost like it's so good you're waiting for it to just get back to normal.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're on this high, and when you're riding this high, you decide to let cameras follow you for the first year of your marriage.
OMG.
How did that conversation go?
It's all my fault.
Okay.
I would just, Rouvaun was not on deck
No.
at all.
Okay.
But
And what made you want to do it?
you know what? Honestly, I said there's so many women out there who think it cannot happen. anymore. It's never, and I knew that we would be the only couple who were, seasoned.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And mature in our relationship in that way. And I just thought we have such an amazing story to have met all these years ago and then have no contact and come back and literally proverbial pause button was hit and we were right back where we started. And I just thought if people heard that story, then maybe women would feel like, you know what, keep being your fabulous self. And if it's meant to be, it will happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're been bombarded with statistics that say if you're not married by the time you're 35, you're more likely to get hit by a bus than to get married. And then you hear this story.
Exactly.
And you wanted to share the story.
I did. That was honestly very important to me because, like I said, I have so many single friends, who have not yet found anyone.
Especially in LA.
Right.
Especially in LA.
They're career driven.
Right.
And they just don't feel like that guy is out there. But he could be.
Could be. And how did you feel the first day the cameras were like right there?
The first day was fun.
Okay. What day was it not fun?
Like 6 months into
like
it.
6 months later, I was like,
where the episode
seriously?
is right now.
Really?
Like, seriously? Right.
I was exhausted. We were had such a busy life anyway.
Right.
And some of the things that they didn't show, like her aunt passed away, one of her favorite aunts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And just job changes and
just the
life was hitting us. Right.
And then we had to fit it around our real life. We have to let you in, yes, but we also have to make time to do that. So it was tough. Like around that 6 month, we were kind of looking at each other like, my husband was like, you made me do this.
Right, exactly.
You owe me big.
Right. And everything that happens, like, come on. I mean, when we talked about this,
right.
But I had to put it. We came to an agreement, and you live with it.
We're not allowed to get mad about anything that happens on the show.
Really?
No.
That's your agreement?
Yeah,
Yes.
because we filmed for a year.
Yeah.
We are watching it with you.
Oh, are you? And now you're really seeing what's happening in the editing room.
We have no idea what scenes will and won't make the show until they make the show. We don't pre-see it. So we don't know if that day we kind of were not feeling each other, that we're going to go into our single interviews and say, well, Rouvaun, blah, blah, blah. You said that?
Right.
We're not allowed to get at each other. That's our agreement. Because what we don't want, what I know I don't want, is for this to ever be a situation that tears us apart or hurts our relationship.
Right.
That's not what we did this for.
Yeah, we think our relationship is a godsend. We think that everyone is seeking true love. That you read about it, you want it, you desire it, and now for it to happen is extremely valuable. It's like $1 billion just falling in your lap.
Correct.
And you don't want to spend it and waste it on something frivolous like an argument that doesn't mean anything.
Right. Yeah. You've been very honest on the show about your ups and downs, you and your son graduating. Congratulations.
Thank
How's
you.
he doing?
He's doing well. He's actually staying with us and he's helping me in my hair store. He's managing the store on the day-to-day stuff. We're in a mall in the Bay now called Bayfair Mall, and he's actually doing a lot of the day-to-day stuff that I can't do. So he's been really instrumental after he graduated, coming and helping Mom out.
Well, that's fantastic. Howard alum, right?
I know.
Big ups to all my friends who are Howard alums.
Ain't you?
Right.
Right. And he did cut a No Breaks.
Yes, he has a single on iTunes called No Breaks.
Okay.
So he's doing his music thing just like he said that he wanted to do, but he's also helping me because he's an amazing kid. So yeah, get No Breaks on iTunes.
There you go. Plug
by
that.
Dorian. Okay.
Plug that.
No Breaks.
And you had a music career.
You know what? I would call it a career.
She can sing. She can sing very well, actually.
But I like to sing. I've sang background for a few people. I performed on a few projects, and then I did my little CD. You know, it's sitting on iTunes right now. But
get that one too.
Symphony Blue.
Yeah, do
SIMFANIBLUE. Symphony Blue. Love Addiction. Right.
Pick them both up.
Right. But I love it. But I just felt like I can't really devote that time and that effort and that energy plus be a single mom and really do the stuff that I needed to do. So I had to pick one.
I get that.
Yeah.
And you picked your kids.
I picked my kids.
Which is phenomenal, right?
You have to.
That's a huge decision. And now you're embarking upon this hair extension line.
Yes.
I've always said, I have a lot of education, went to school a really long time, but if I had to do it over again, I get into that hair business because it is for real.
It is serious.
It is serious. How is the business going?
You know what? The business is going a lot better.
Okay.
It has been slow and it has been hard because there is so much out there and it's so confusing to the buyer. You don't know which is the good hair and which isn't until you get it home and find out usually it's not.
Right.
So, you know, there's a lot of that to overcome. But all in all, the product speaks for itself. The women who do try the butt naked hair are in love. The only complaint is that they don't have to come back until...
Right.
So they just come back because they want to change the look and buy different hair. But we do have a lot of happy customers that are doing the butt naked. A few celebrities are wearing the butt naked. And it's working also very well. The natural hair is such a huge thing.
It's huge everywhere.
It's huge everywhere. And you don't really know that a lot of the natural girls are protecting their hair and their hair is braided underneath and they're buying natural hair weaves.
Right.
So another big seller for us is the heat-free kinky curly hair that really blends well with African American textures. And also that's our niche. We're all about matching your texture and blending because we're burning our hair up trying to blend it with this, Brazilian that doesn't match. If you get a texture that's close to your own, then you won't have to keep flat ironing your leave out and whatnot.
Right.
So we're kind of changing the game by giving the buyer more information instead of less. You know, you walk into the beauty supply. And this your color, you buy this one, you get it now. Okay, this is for you. You know, that's it.
Right,
that's what you're getting.
Guidance you get.
That's it. You're not going to get any information. You're not going to get anything true, and certainly you're not going to be steered to something that can help your hair thrive. So we're kind of taking that and changing that into, hey, let us show you what you're buying. You can still buy something cheaper, but know what you're buying.
Right. And so you said you have a store.
We do have a store.
Are you online also?
We are online and we have a store. We have renownedhair.com.
There you go.
And buttnakedhair.com.
And buttnakedhair.com. Please tell me where the name came from.
Rouvaun.
How about that? Where did you come up? Where that name?
Okay, I'm from LA.
Don't tell the whole story, Rouvaun. No.
Well,
tell the short version.
Okay, the short version, because I talked too long. They edited me out a lot. They have to do it. I'm long-winded. I can't get to the point. But anyway, so I was watching American Gangster.
Okay, Denzel Washington, American Gangster, or the
Bing Rames.
Okay.
Bing Rames.
Okay.
Right, and they had this crack epidemic in D.C. and the biggest drug there was called butt naked. I got that butt naked. So it rang in my ear. And
the correlation is when you buy hair, you buy it in kilos.
Look at that.
Yes. You
hair education on phenomenal women too.
So like, I'm moving like 6 keys a month for that butt naked, right? So Rouvaun's like, we should call it, got that butt naked. And I laughed. And I knew that everyone else would laugh and wouldn't forget it.
You never forget it.
You won't forget it.
What's the name of that hair? Oh, butt naked. You know what I'm talking about.
Right. So it stuck with me, and we made a joke about it. And she was trying to figure out what she should call the name and branding and all that. And I just threw that out there. My one little contribution to the cause.
I love it. So your son is helping with the business.
Yes.
So you have 2 kids, and you also have 2 kids.
I too have 2 kids.
How's the merging of the families?
That has gone through cycles. Let's be honest. And it went from, hey, they're ecstatic, and then, hey, what's going on? She's going to be my stepmom.
How does that go? What does that mean?
Right. Because my daughter, when I was single, she was picking out women down the street like, Daddy, you shouldn't be single. You need to, what about her? What about her? And I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah, she said she thought I needed help.
Yeah, that's
I'm not gonna ask what kind.
No, actually, I was doing a good job, but it was like maybe from her perspective, it wasn't, it wasn't complete.
Okay.
Right. So
he did the best he could.
and then it's really grown over the last 12 months. And part of it is kids are growing up; they're going through changes too.
Right.
So you got to deal with this complex situation. And, you just try to deal with it with love. And
the girl's turning 14, so that's like a whole...
That's in that age.
Yeah, that's like,
right.
Part of it is I'm missing my baby too. I'm overly protective. I'm that dad.
Of course, you're a dad.
Ready to 9mm at. I'm like, it's like maybe 2 years away from the first guy coming through, but it's still at the door. She knows.
You've been warned.
She's like, I'm not gonna bring my boyfriend over.
I'm never bringing my boyfriend to Dad's house. His dad's crazy.
Right, and I realized at some point that, I'm gonna have to give her away. So, I need to lighten up a little bit.
He's not ready.
No.
I don't. Is any dad ever ready?
No.
I don't know if that's even ever the case.
No, I talked to all my friends, and nobody's ready.
No one's ready.
I mean, I took her to the makeup store. We were hanging out, and I let her, get a little shadow, and he was like, "What's that on her face?" I'm like, "Okay, never mind. Sorry."
They're trying to ease me into it. It's just,
Okay.
One little eyeliner here.
She comes in with one eye.
Right.
She'll put glasses on top. She's like, she puts on dark shades, and her eyes are totally made up underneath.
Right.
Like, okay, Sky, get in the back. Put your glasses on.
Right.
And what do they think of the show? They watch the show. What do
They don't
think
watch
of
the show.
No, they don't.
They're appalled.
No, Dad has said some sexual things.
No, that's gross.
They don't want to see me kiss. They don't want to see me do anything like that.
Even if we kiss
my
at
son
home.
is cool. He'll just kind of lean back, and that was his last episode. Was the first one. Then.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
So that was it, and I'm cool with that. They don't understand the totality of an adult relationship and what people are going through, and I'm cool with that because they're 11 and 13 respectively,
Right.
and I want them to be 11 and 13.
Get that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a TV-14 show, so
Right,
quite
totally.
frankly, they're not really.
Right.
So that's what comes on in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's really an adult show.
Right. And I'm not 14, so I'll ask you. You two do keep it sexy and saucy.
Heather.
Yeah.
Yes, Heather.
I mean, I love the fact that you do, but you put it out there, and you, like I said, it seems like you two are both putting such an effort into the relationship, but in all ways, like you'll buy lingerie, you'll model it for him. I mean, I know you're now in your second year of marriage, and I'm sure the sex and the saucy is keeping the heat going. So how is the heat going?
The heat is, if we find time, life is trying to take the heat away. But
you fight it.
But that's why we have to do,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? We have to literally say, okay, it's date night. And we do
it's like
have
a Thursday
date night.
or
we'll pick up whatever
Saturday.
day we need to pick. If it's a not a kid night, we'll say, okay, we're going out. And I get dressed up and I look good for him, and we go out and we
try to run it back just like it was when we were dating.
We make the time.
Yeah.
We make the time. That's the only difference. I mean, before that's all we had time for was,
Right.
But now, life settling in, we make the time to still connect.
Yeah.
I think it's a really beautiful thing. And I have to say, I think it was this week's episode, and we've seen you go through some bouts with your lupus. And it's amazing. I mean, I've done some research, and I have so many friends who are battling lupus, and it just attacks African American women so much more than any other. And I think they're still trying to do research to figure out why.
After all this time, there are literally like 3 medications. And the last one that they came out with, ironically, wasn't as effective on African Americans. as other groups. And I'm sorry, but we're the highest
you're the group
affected.
Right, you're the group.
Not really making sense to me. So I hate to say that could be part of the reason, which is why I'm so hell-bent on raising awareness and letting them know, hey, this is a thing, and let's figure out how we can find some real therapies and real cures. I mean, there's an anti-malarial drug, there's a steroid, and that's, and then there's a chemo drug. That's it.
Yeah.
And when were you diagnosed?
In 95.
And it's not a very easy diagnosis. Were you
It took a year.
Okay.
Yeah, it always takes a long time. There are these whole 11 criteria that you have to meet several of in order to actually get a diagnosis of lupus. So it takes quite a battery of tests. But yeah, it took a year to figure out. I just, I was exhausted. Like I was carrying a grown man on my back. I was just beat down. And I didn't understand it. It was just, where is this coming from?
Right.
And then the rashes and just all kinds of things were manifesting. So a whole year of testing before I even got to the answer.
And you talked about on the show, you had an incident, I guess when you guys were dating, where you had a really serious bout and you were losing your sight.
I had lupus iritis, and essentially lupus makes things inflame, for lack of a better way to say it. So the iris was inflamed. The crazy part is, one day it's this eye, the next day it's this eye, the next day it's both eyes. I mean, literally, it was just all over the place. And I couldn't do anything without blacks, shades on. Like, I couldn't do anything.
The whole apartment was blacked out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I could not, I literally had to wait till nighttime to go out and do anything. The iPad light had to be on low. The phone light had to be on low. The print was like this big, because it was just severe pain. And because of that, they gave me, of course, a steroid to drop in my eyes. And you're only supposed to stay on that steroid for 14 days in order to prevent you from forming a cataract. I stayed on it for 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was all kinds of stuff. I was reacting to the medicine besides the fact that I was having the inflammation. It was really scary, and it was all of a sudden, after 6-7 months, I woke up, it was gone.
It was gone. And
As quick as it came.
And when you were going through that, did you really say to your husband, if it's too much?
Because I don't know, would you want to... I don't know if I would want to deal with that if I were him. You know what I mean? Just to walk into a relationship and be fairly new in the relationship, and then all of a sudden, you're leading me around. I don't know that that's the package you bought.
And you bought the package. You were all in.
I bought the package. I was all in. It was no turning back for me. I had thought about it like, okay, would you marry her if she was blind? And then there was really no hesitation. I'm like, yeah, I would. I mean, we'll get through it. And that's for most men would like head for the hills.
That's why I'm like, oh, yeah.
And then it was kind of like, maybe I should just tell him to head for the hills, so that
Did you
if
think
he
that
does
because you'd been so independent and had handled it, the single kids, you were like, I don't even want to be a burden. I don't want to do this.
That's not me.
Right.
I don't burden people. I take care of myself. I'll be fine. And I'd rather say bye than be like, you're gonna be here, right? And then you go.
Right.
But deep down, I didn't think she was going to be blind. I just thought it was going to be where it would just move to another organ. And it's like, lupus is like, where's Waldo? So it can be her lungs next and her. That's what I was more concerned with. It's like, okay, once it leaves her eyes,
where's it going?
Well, also, and I didn't want it to cause permanent damage, because once it's inflamed, it can. So, it wasn't something that really was on the forefront of my mind. I'm older now. I think if I was 20-something, if Rouvaun at 20-something would have probably been,
That's too much.
That's too much. I'm
The
not,
same one that ran from the kids.
Exactly. Right. That
We're
Rouvaun,
glad that Rouvaun is gone.
Rouvaun was cool then, but he wasn't ready.
Well, today's show is going to be entitled Phenomenal Woman and Man, because that is a pretty phenomenal thing to do and to take on. And it just shows how much you love this woman right here.
Oh, yeah, I do. Very
That's
much.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know May is National Lupus Awareness Month.
It is.
Do you have any particular events that you're going to be involved in?
I
anything?
don't. I'm probably going to participate in Lupus Walk.
Okay.
But I am reaching out to a lot of the lupus organizations and just kind of letting them know, hey, I'm here. I'd like to be involved. I would like to do something. Let me know what you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I am right now.
Okay. Well, I so thank you two for being here. And I just have to ask you, all the cameras are gone.
Okay.
And you now have been married how long? I just want to make sure.
A year and a half?
A year and a half.
Yeah.
What's the best part of marriage?
Ooh, the best part of marriage.
Best part of being married to that man right there. Best part of being married to that woman right there.
She is, she's my backbone. Like, she's my other brain. She's my other half. She's my helpmate. She's everything to me.
You got a brother, cousin, uncle. I just have to ask.
It's just him.
You know, you subtract the lupus. I mean, notwithstanding the lupus, you know, she's fine. She's intelligent. She's like one of the smartest people I know. And I went to Berkeley. So,
And for someone, no offense, but someone who went to Berkeley to say that, that's saying something.
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
I mean,
so-
I feel the same way. I think the best part about I don't have to do stuff by myself anymore, which I'm so used to doing.
Right.
I have him, he's there for me. You know, I have a person.
Right.
You know, I have a person. No matter what, I have a person.
And what else can we expect on the rest of the season? Since now you're saying, as of this episode on, it's when you two are like, really? Can we get this over with? What else can we expect on the rest of the season?
Oh, we can't give that away.
I always have to ask.
I'm gonna say more of the same. I mean,
Okay.
I don't feel that we didn't continue to let the cameras in and didn't continue to let the cameras
No, we were just
experience.
tired. That's all.
We were just tired, and I think we just complained a little more when they left.
Right.
As it got older, we just kind of went, really?
And Bravo came back and said, okay, we're going to do Newlyweds second year. Yeah.
Yeah, no. You know, I say that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, because I want people to see us.
And have you received a lot of response from women, men, couples from being on television?
have.
What are
Yeah.
they saying to you guys?
They're just like, you guys are gonna make it. You guys are amazing. Your love is amazing.
Right.
You know,
I
people,
haven't had one bad tweet yet. I
no? That is saying
Rouvaun
something.
has wings on the show. Like, he's just like husband of the year. I'm almost to the point where I'm
She's
like,
jealous. I'm
I was
like,
you're
what?
loving it. You were absolutely loving it.
I'm like, are they ever gonna say anything bad about you? Like, I was so excited when somebody called him a bully for walking out of the room when we were talking about where he was gonna put his pool table. Remember when I said, well, I don't get in office, and he stormed out the room. Did you just leave? Somebody went, he's a bully. I was like, yes, you finally got him.
Hey, I'd rather be a bully than a lot of other things.
Hey.
You're like, I'll take it.
Right. If that's the one negative thing, I'll be a bully on one tweet. You know what I mean? You know, so.
Yes, Rouvaun's perfect.
No, I'm not perfect. Now she brings that up if we have a disagreement. Also, you think you're perfect.
No,
I was
you
like,
know you're
Did
perfect.
you watch the show?
You're like, Twitter said I'm perfect.
The Twitter first said I'm perfect. Don't hate. Right?
You guys are a year and a half. Have you changed your mind about trying to have a kid together, or?
We have not changed our mind.
Okay.
No.
No. We got 2 kids.
Yeah,
apiece.
we're good. We're good.
Everybody loves each other. We're good.
Yeah,
And
we're
you guys
good.
are enjoying.
Yes, I like that my stepdaughter's a teenager, and I could be like, "Girl, you want to go to let's go shopping?" Yeah, I don't want to be like,
Right.
yeah, that's not where I know.
I don't have the energy like I used to.
Yeah, I'm
when
tired.
times with the kids, that first. You don't sleep for like 7 years when you have kids.
I've been told.
Yeah,
I have
no.
nieces and nephews and little cousins, and it's great to be like, oh, it's a weekend. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Right.
That's your favorite.
But I love
part.
y'all, though.
Yeah. What do you want? I got it, girl. I'll buy it. No, yeah, here. Bye-bye.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's where I am. I'm auntie now. I'm good.
Auntie's great.
Isn't that great?
You can be the cool auntie.
Stepmommy and auntie, that's the best.
The best.
Uncles
That's
are always, you know, they're either funny, crazy, or mean.
Aunties are good though.
Although my uncle was a great
Your
guy.
uncle was the bomb.
he
Yeah,
was
you
bomb.
had a bomb.
Be a
uncle.
great uncle too.
Yeah. Well, he's
But right now you're rocking husband of the year, so
He
you don't
is,
want
right.
uncle's title.
right. No, he's his husband of the year for at least the rest of the season.
At least.
At least.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that. But you're they liken her to like either they call her Michelle Obama or Kenya Moore.
Yeah, isn't that
I
crazy?
can see that.
They're
I can see both of those.
but they're so far apart.
They are, but I can see. But see, that's your beauty. They're both
Thank you
beautiful
very
women.
much.
So you're rocking it both. Two beautiful women.
I'll take either one.
They're totally beautiful.
I will take either one.
I'll take either one of them.
Right.
Right. I'll take the in between.
You're like, I'm winning.
Right.
Kenya, Michelle, I'm winning.
Right, there's no way to lose
problem
with that.
Right.
Thank you two so much for being
you.
here. I will invite you guys back anytime you want to come back. You want to come back and bring some hair for everybody here. We'll appreciate that too.
Let's do it.
You know, I always have to ask for those things. We thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Let everybody know where they can find you on Twitter. If you have a website.
At Toi Troutman on Twitter, at Toi Troutman on Instagram, and Rouvaun and Toi on Facebook.
And I'm at
Rouvaun W on Twitter.
I'm the 40-year-old dude on Twitter that don't know what he's doing.
And at
Wrong
Rouvaun
hashtag.
W on Instagram.
And we can definitely still catch you on Bravo.
Yes.
Yes.
At Newlyweds first year on Tuesday.
Tuesday nights at 10.
And don't miss it. My DVR is set. I will definitely be watching. And I'll be tweeting from now on too. I'm going to live tweet and be like, you know me.
Right.
I saw you did such and such.
I'm going to be looking for
I'm
you
gonna do
because we live tweet every episode.
Do you? I'm live tweeting from now on. And I'm Tara Johnson. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at TJ Wagging Her Tail.
Oh, cute.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you the story later. Thank you so much for being here. Until next week, continue to be inspired. Another Black Hollywood Live, Phenomenal Women.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.